Coming to you live and direct from Now Valley Entertainment.
What's up, boxing fans? TBE Boxing back at you again. All right, so it's been a while since I did a commentary. Right now it's a little after 1:30 a.m. April 22nd, and the fight is coming up later on today with Andre Berto and Sean Porter. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that fight. Well, I mean, if you ever heard any of my commentary before, you know that I have a lot of respect for Sean Porter as a fighter. I believe he's one of the top fighters in the welterweight division. And even though he had lost, against Brooks, to me, he's still one of the top fighters in the division. So in this fight, he's going against Andre Berto. Now, Berto, you never know what you're going to get with Berto if you look at his last couple of fights. But in his last fight, which I saw, was the one against Mayweather. And, even though he lost that fight, as many people expected him to do, he looked pretty sharp. I mean, he was pressing Mayweather, I mean, as a matter of fact, that's probably the sharpest I ever seen him look in a fight. He was in condition, and he went out there and he was really trying to, put it to Mayweather. So he looked really good. So if that Berto shows up in this fight against Porter, and we already know what we're going to get with Porter. It's the same thing we get every time he comes into the ring. Mr. Hustle. This should turn out to be a very good fight. Now, that being said, I'm still leaning, towards Porter. Okay, because I think that from what I've seen of Berto, I mean, I don't know if he has what it takes to to keep Sean Porter off of him, okay, and to keep Sean Porter at bay, So I mean, like I said, if the Berto that showed up against Mayweather shows up, it might be a long night for Porter, okay. But at the end of the day, I'm thinking that Sean Porter should take this fight by unanimous decision or maybe a late stoppage. Now, it's entirely possible that Berto can win the fight. It's not like, you know, he has no chance of winning. But based on what I've seen from both of them, I'm leaning towards Porter. Okay, because and now both of these fighters have a lot to lose in this fight. So they both. This is a must-win fight for both of them. More so Berto probably than Porter, but but then again that might just be a matter of opinion, because you know Porter can't afford to lose this fight either, because if he loses this fight, he's gonna put him down to where he's gonna tarnish him to the point where he doesn't need to be at this point in his career, because right now he's trying to go back up to get another title fight against someone, and he needs to win. And Berto is kind of reviving his career as far as I can see. And excuse me, his fight against Mayweather, he put up a good fight against Mayweather. Went a long way to kind of putting some shine on him again. So they both need to win this fight, to further their careers as far as I can see. So it's a must-win fight for both of them. So it should be very interesting. Again, I don't know. When I watch some of Berto's fights, and it looked to me like, he has some kind of issue with his legs or something. I don't know. It just seems like he can't keep his balance, very well sometimes, and I don't know what that's all about. If I'm, but it just looks like his balance is not really the way it should be sometimes in his fights. And so if he comes to this fight with those type of issues, because he's gonna have to be doing a lot of backing up against Porter. 'Cause Porter's gonna be coming in, so he's gonna have to fight on the back foot, and I haven't really seen him do that very effectively. Okay, because even in the Mayweather fight, if you noticed, in the fight against Mayweather, Berto was doing he was the aggressor in that fight, and he was coming forward most of the time, so which is good for him. I don't really, I haven't really seen him fight that effectively going backwards. So in the fight against Porter, he's going to have to be going backwards because Porter is the one who's going to be doing most of the aggressive, coming forward, I think. That's how I see it playing out. Porter coming forward, Berto backing up. Maybe he's going to come forward. I don't know. But it's hard for me to see the fight playing out that way based on the style of Porter. So it should be an interesting fight. But, if Berto comes in at 100%, and we already know Porter's going to come in at 100%. So it should be a good fight. But I don't know if it's going to go the distance. And if it does, I'm going to go with Porter for the decision. And like I said, it could even be a late stoppage. Somewhere, 8th or 9th round, with Porter getting the stoppage, because I'm not really sure where Berto is right now in his career. Like he was up for the fight against Mayweather. He should be up for this fight as well. But again, like I said, we never really know what we're getting when Berto comes in the ring sometimes. And, anything could happen. So, I'm looking to Sean Porter to go in there, do his usual aggressive, come forward style, the winging punches, and, I don't know if Berto can withstand that. Like I said, I don't know if Berto can fight on the back foot. I haven't seen him do that much on the back foot. And, I think Porter is going to overwhelm him and probably end up stopping him sometime in the later rounds. So basically, that's what I see from this fight, And I think I'm going to leave that there. Not much else to say. I mean, I've been watching a lot of talk about the fight, and I've been seeing both of these guys talking about the fight, and they both seem up for the fight. Okay, they both know what this fight means, I think, to both of them, and so they have to go out there and perform. And I think that Porter's going to put on a better performance. I could be wrong, it's entirely possible that. Like I said, it's not like Berto can't win. I mean, he have what it takes to possibly win the fight, but to put it all together against Porter, I wouldn't put my money in that basket. I'm thinking that Porter is gonna bring it, and he's gonna take Berto out sometime in the later round. That's what I'm thinking the fight's gonna. But he could go the distance as well. So we'll have to see. So I think I'm going to leave that one there. I'm looking forward to see the fight. Again, decision by Porter or late stoppage. That's my prediction. Take it or leave it. This is TBE Boxing. I'll see you on the next one.